Hello Libra, welcome to your weekly reading for July 24th to the 30th. This is for Libra, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional occult cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading. Libra, I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, just hanging out, sitting on my sofa, drinking iced teas, rather than a general spread. Libra, I also use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. Sorry, I needed to take a breath in the middle of a sentence. I've never done that before. Libra, this is going to be a really big week, okay? This is a week that we're coming out of one of the biggest weeks of the year, right? The changing of the nodes. We had that new moon in Cancer. That was really huge for you. A lot of y'all should have had some activity around career. If you haven't felt it yet, it's coming, okay? But this is the week. Over the weekend, the sun moved into Leo. We're in Leo season now. The sun rules Leo. It's at home in Leo, so it's putting a spotlight in those areas of your life, and I love it. And you know, Leo is all about fun and pleasure and creativity, romance, self-expression, but this is shining light in your 11th house, okay? Now, this is for your 11th house. Venus has been there for a while, and so it's your social network, okay? It's groups you belong to, organizations you belong to. It's also your hopes and dreams and hopes and wishes. So this is absolutely amazing. Now, here's the kicker: Venus is going retrograde. I've been talking about this for weeks now. This is one of the biggest events of the year. Venus is going retrograde in Leo. This hasn't happened since 2015. This has been a while. Now, think about Venus, the planet of love, beauty, romance, money, sex, creativity. It's everything that is all about desire, right? So it's moving in a sign, or it's going retrograde in a sign that is all about love and romance and creativity and courage and fun and pleasure. So you have to think about how this is going to affect you. Venus is going to be retrograde for 40 days, all right? So that's a long time. It's a long time, but you know, we live in a time where months seem to pass by really fast. I feel like it was January just yesterday. So it's not a bad thing, okay? Venus retrograde, it's you know, it's a retrograde, sure. But what this is doing, retrogrades, this is the easiest way to think about it. Retrogrades, think about the RE in retrograde, okay? So it's a time to reassess, rethink, reevaluate, reconsider, redesign, even rekindle, like matters of love, okay? Anything that matters of the heart. All right, that's what we're doing here. Remember, this is Venus, not Mercury. A lot of people are used to Mercury retrograde, but this is Venus being retrograde. So it's really taking time this month to think about that, where you are in relationships, in love, with creative projects and whatnot. Reevaluate all that, finances, your investments, money. This is also a time to there's a lot of emphasis on codependency, because Venus is retrograde in Leo, and then the sun is also in Leo. So there's a kind of like a little bit of a tug of war, because the sun is all about being, independent, right? The sun is all of it. It's shining all that light. It's all about the self. It's all about ego. It's identity, but it's Venus retrograde in Leo. It's bringing that awareness on you, on your authenticity. All right. So the fact that Venus is retrograde in Leo, huge, in your 11th house. So what does this mean for you, Libra? It means there is likely some of y'all who are going to outgrow friendships, okay? Some of y'all may meet new friends, and these could be really significant friendships around this time now. All right, so remember, this is 40 days. But Venus was in shadow last 2 weeks leading up, actually, let's just say like the past month, okay? And still going to be in shadow after, but really feeling, remember, all these aspects are just points in time, so we're really going to feel this from this point forward up until September 3rd. That's when Venus goes direct. All right, so again, a lot of y'all may be you may be leaving groups. that you belong to, organizations that you belong to. You may be starting some as well. Okay, you may be starting. I don't know if you're a big fan of Matthew McConaughey. You'll start a Matthew McConaughey fan club. Who knows? Who knows, Libra? It's all you. This is all you. This is also a time where, because this is happening in your 11th house, you may fall in love with a friend, and y'all may get together. You may, live out a Julia Roberts movie or something. This is also a time where a friend can connect you to your soulmate, someone that comes into your life. So it's a very interesting time. This is also a time with retrogrades. A lot of people from the past do come back. So there could be a lot of, I'm already getting the energy that a lot of y'all are already feeling this. There could have been people that, slid into your DMs, or, you got an email, phone call, or some sort of news from a friend that you haven't heard from in a long time. Even an organization that you belong to, maybe the bowling club that you belong to decided to open up a new bowling club with a new member, and now you're going to join that. There's so many possibilities in your 11th house, but it's also your hopes and wishes. Remember that. So being really creative in terms of thinking, is this what I really want? Now, you have to remember the nodes changing. I talked about that last week. They went into your sign, Libra, okay? The Aries moved into, the North Node, your destiny, moved into Aries. And so for you, that's the 7th house, and you are the native ruler of the 7th house. So you're going to feel a lot of that activity around partnerships and relationships now. And then, the South Node moved into your sign. So there's a sense of something that you're going to be letting go so you can move forward. Now, again, a lot of people from the past are going to come up. They can be friends, they can be colleagues, they can be ex-lovers, they can be, the ones that got away, soulmates, the people that you met at the, 7-Eleven accidentally buying gum, and he said something or she said something funny, and you were just like, this is my soulmate. And they also had that look in their eyes too, like, this is my soulmate. But you got back in your car, paid for your gas, and I don't know, left. And now you may bump into that person again. Or who knows? I mean, this is that kind of thing. I'm going to give you an example. But before I even give you an example of what happens during Venus retrograde, know that after the 3rd, September 3rd, that's when you really move forward. After this whole time period of reassessing things and reevaluating things, you will start taking action in everything that you've reconsidered, reevaluated. And this is bringing you to your renaissance, a revival, rebirth, reality checks, right? The RE. And so this really is, everyone's been saying it is a summer of love. It truly is a summer of love with Venus and Leo. That's a very, very lovey aspect, all right? So but it's also a lot of self-love too, okay? A lot of self-love. Remember, Leo is all about courage, confidence, building all that, all right? Building all that. Now, the example I'm going to give you is Venus was retrograde in Leo back in 2015, like I said before, July to September. Now, I don't know if you watch The Voice. Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert, they divorced, okay? July 2015 during Venus retrograde, okay? So during Venus retrogrades in Leo, there are breakups. There are shakeups, there are wake-up calls, okay? So not only did that happen with Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert, but Gwen Stefani and Gavin Rossdale, August 2015, they split, okay? Now think about what happened after. After Venus went direct in November, Blake and Gwen Stefani got together. And happily ever after. So that's just a little bit of example. I made a video of what not to do during a Venus retrograde. There's a lot of things that you may ultimately regret if you do initiate certain things, like start a business or initiate a relationship during a Venus retrograde. It's okay to date people, and you will likely, a lot of y'all, if you are single, may meet new people, especially friends for sure, but in terms of love interests, ride it out, have fun until Venus goes direct, and then you can make it official, and then you can say, let's be boyfriend girlfriend, right? Or girlfriend girlfriend, boyfriend boyfriend, whatever it is. So it really is just don't try not to initiate. And then it really, these Venus retrogrades really, if you are in a relationship, if you are in, with someone for, a long time, this is also, or even a short time. Remember I said it's just reassessing things. And so you could just be going the next level. It's this time where you take a really deep look, okay? You got that the microscope, right? And take a really deep look at your relationship and saying, okay, I think it's now time to get married. Now I think it's time that we, move in together. So I don't want you to think that Venus retrogrades are bad. I think that because people are so familiar with Mercury retrograde and they always get when that happens, Venus retrograde is just a time to reassess things. And yes, there are going to be breakups. And, I know there's going to be probably a comment or two about, oh my gosh, are you saying my, husband of 40 years and I are going to break up? No, you're just going to reevaluate your relationship. And should you feel that you may have, that spark is gone, you're just going to feel that more, and you may have a conversation. And this Venus retrograde is affecting everyone, so your partner could also be feeling it too, and that's when you have the heart to heart. All right, so keep that in mind. The other thing that's happening, July 24th, we are kicking it off with Venus squaring Uranus. So I absolutely love this. It is one of those squares I love. We've already had one. We have another Venus square Uranus coming up. This is a breakthrough. All right, these were just breakthrough moments. All right, you are going to definitely feel this Venus retrograde, Libra. You're definitely going to feel it because this Venus square Uranus is actually happening in your 8th house of death and rebirth, of transformation. Okay, and if you're here for money, okay, sure, yeah, other people's income, other people's money, resources, whether it's your partners, whether it's inheritance, whether it's investments, some of y'all are going to feel that there's going to be some breakthroughs with that moment. Venus is going to be conjuncting Mercury on the 27th, which I absolutely love. Libra, this is going to be very interesting for you because when I say this week is going to have a really big, significant effect on you, you are definitely 1000% going to feel this. You're definitely 1000% going to feel this. Venus conjuncting Mercury, first of all, best day of the week. This is amazing. You could be getting messages intuitively, spiritually. You could be getting messages of love, okay? In your physical world. And, on the 28th, Mercury is going into Virgo, and Mercury is, the ruling planet for Virgo. So it's at home in Virgo. Yeah, Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini, by the way. It was in Gemini a few weeks ago. Now it's in Virgo, which is a lot more grounded, practical, detail-oriented. So the things that you are going for are, there's this intensity to it, and it's this deep focus, and it's this almost to this perfection level, okay? Now, what's interesting is Mars and Mercury in Virgo. This is your 12th house, so your subconscious. So when I say you're going to really feel this week, we're going really deep, Libra. We're going really deep with you, okay? Unlocking, unleashing any fears that have been holding you back. Just some really, really, absolutely big things that are happening. Big things that are happening. Now, one thing that I want you to know as well, I'm just going to put it out there now, Libra. Next week, we're kicking off August with a full moon in Aquarius. All right, Libra? Full moons, completion, closure. So it is quite possible that you will feel some sort of ending happening this week, okay? It is very quite possible that may happen, especially when it comes to, here's the thing, okay? I'm gonna talk more about this next week, but this is a full moon in Aquarius. This is your 5th house, okay? This is your 5th house of pleasure, of love, of romance, creativity, self-expression. So, hey, Leo, Venus in Leo. Leo is the native ruler of the 5th house. So when I say this is going to be a big week for you, I mean, out of all the signs, Libra, I want you to really really just pay attention. This is going to be a week of change. All right, so Libra, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you for July 26th to the 30th. Again, this is for Libra Sun and Rising. If you want to read for your Moon, your Venus, any of those other placements, especially Venus, because Venus is clearly very active right now, okay? You are absolutely more than welcome to. So, Libra, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you for July 26th to the 30th. Now, Libra, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It really does give the best overview, in my opinion. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Libra, you are amazing. And do you see this already? Oh my goodness, Libra. Ooh, when I say change, I am not even. Come on. And for the better and for the good, you are. Ooh, wow. You, come on, Libra. You know what? I also launched the merch store. I don't know if it's actually up yet. I've recorded these videos in advance, so they may be there. They may not be. If they're not there, they'll be there tomorrow. All right? So, Libra, and every sign has something to look forward to. I think they're really fun because a lot of it was based on your comments. So anyway, Libra, you see what's happening here, okay? You see that you pulled all court cards and all major arcanas, okay? When I say this is going to be a big week, this is going to be a big week, a very significant week. Let's get started. You got the Devil, all right? Very interesting here. Very interesting. I'm getting a lot of different messages, but the main messages that's coming up is like, yeah, you got rid of the things that you that were holding you back. Okay, you had these moments of reassessing. You're gonna have it a little bit more this week. It also depends on what day you watch this reading as well, in terms of how it'll resonate for you. But the Devil came up in your past. Okay, so this is a pretty significant thing. Now, I'm just going to put it out there. It's a lot of relationships, okay? A lot of Libras are leaving relationships, okay? And the reason why I say this, okay, not only is it because you got the Devil, right, in your past, so things that are not serving you well, okay? And you would know what it is. But the reason why I'm saying relationships is not only because Venus is retrograde in Leo, has to do with the relationships. The Devil is ruled by Capricorn. And so Capricorn is currently in your 4th house, your domestic sector, okay? Which includes relationships, home life, all right? Secondly, we're still feeling that full moon in Capricorn that happened a few weeks ago. Full moons are all about completions and closure, okay? So this is, but look at your entire spread. So it's actually for, what happened was for the better, all right? So it was good for you. It was because the Devil came up in your past. You're letting all that go. Now, for a lot of Libras, it's going to be something really deeply rooted, all right? Really deeply rooted. One reason why is, when the Devil comes up, the Devil represents everything that you think the Devil would represent. Vices, bad behaviors, addictions, like drugs and alcohol are the most cliche, but it could even be like obsession with, a person, or just something that you're just, it's like, okay, I gotta, kick this to the curb, hit the road, Jack. But I want you to remember that a big thing that happens when the Devil comes up, and why I actually really like this for you, is because there's a lot of trauma attached to the Devil as well, okay? Now, I want to remind you that trauma, it doesn't happen to us, it happens inside us, right? And so even when you think about when we were children, all right, there's 2 fundaments. It's authenticity, okay, and attachment, right? And so I told you that authenticity is a big thing this month. It's a huge thing with the Sun in Leo. It's all about you. The spotlight's all on you. Now, when you have the Devil come up, when you are attached to like drugs, alcohol, bad behaviors, even like pessimistic ways of thinking, or relationships that are not good for you, maybe you're in a friends with benefits situation that wasn't good for you, you still have that attachment, right? You're still attached to something, but you lose your authenticity. And so that's why, if you think about when people go to rehab, it's to rediscover themselves. Okay. But again, I know I'm going way too long on this, but I just wanted to, I felt that I needed to tell you that whatever you're leaving behind or have left behind, it is for the better. So don't beat yourself up from it. Okay. It was a decision that you needed to make. Now, this is why you got the King of Cups in the heart of your spread, all right? The most emotionally stable, not only the most emotionally stable, but he's also the most intuitive, the most psychic. He leads with his heart. He goes with what his heart says, all right? So this is absolutely, coming right after the devil. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing for you, okay? Really love the fact that you got the King of Cups. You can even see his throne on top of water. You see how turbulent the water is, right? It doesn't matter. It don't matter. Nothing's gonna knock him off that throne. All right. So good for you. Good for you. I mean, you're good. You're good. Okay, Libra, you're good. This is the theme of the week. Just being on top of your emotions. There is also a sense of, again, looking at your entire spread here. It's what's happening for you is you're getting a lot more intuitive. Now, remember, I said both Mars and Mercury, the messenger, and Mars, just, the go get it, the planet of ambition. They're both in your 12th house of your subconscious. Okay, intuition. But also the subconscious is where we store our memories. So a lot of fear lives there too. But it seems like you're unrooting them because the devil's in your past and the King of Cups is now in the heart of your spread. So I absolutely love that for you. You did get judgment in your challenge area. So some of y'all may have had these moments of if you haven't yet, you will, okay, this week. Of leaving something behind that's not serving you well. It's going to make you feel a lot good, like better, right? Emotionally stable, a lot more loving, a lot of self-love, okay? And also very much more in tune with yourself, like that. And your intuition is going to be like crazy, okay? Well, not like crazy, but just on point, okay? You're going to be the goat of intuition. Judgment coming up in your challenge area is saying that some of y'all may come to this point where whatever happened was such a big thing for you that your intuition's good and you're really in tune with yourself, but you still need to have that moment, this wake up call, this aha moment. All right, that's what the Judgment card is. You see Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet, the dead are rising, the dead are gray in tarot wisdom. This is, they're now awake. The dead are now awake, okay? Because I heard the blow of the trumpet, which is all about healing. Sound is healing. Sound is vibration, raising your frequency, raising the dead. That's how powerful that is. You have to hear the blowing of the trumpet, okay? So you're going to get a lot of messages this week, like, again, spiritual downloads, maybe intuitive downloads. Pay attention, okay? Because this is the week where you want to have that moment of clarity. Again, that the big old wake up call, okay? This very big spiritual wake up call, like, I know who I am. I know what I want moving forward, and I'm really in tune with very aware of the now and where I am in my life now. Hey, you got the Page of Cups, all right? So this is clear. This makes it so much clearer that there's something that you left behind to make you feel really good about yourself, being emotionally stable, a lot more intuitive, and now it's making room for something new to come in. So do you see how it was good to get rid of that devil energy? Because now you got the Page of Cups. Pages, new beginnings, right? They are the newbies, and they are also the messengers. So there could be some message of love coming through. Remember, I said Mercury's really at play this week, okay? Pay attention to the 27th when Mercury conjuncts Venus, but this is really great, all right? So not only did you get the King of Cups, you also got the Page of Cups, all right? So there is a sense of something that there's something new that you want to follow, and it can be also something creatively that you want to follow in terms of expressing yourself. If you're an artist, or if there's something that you just want to do more like right-brained, go for it, all right? But you are making room for that now. You also got the King of Pentacles in the root of your spread. Libra, hello, hi, How are ya? Look, you get the King of Pentacles, your second king, the richest king, okay? Absolutely love this for you. It's almost like the changes that are happening for you, there is going to be this week a sense of... like you're moving into this place of abundance. Let's just get that clear, okay? If you don't feel it yet, you will. It's clear. It's clear. Look at where we're going. Okay, we're going from you got temperance in your future, so we're going from the devil to the temperance. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. I want you to know the King of Pentacles is Taurus, okay? And so remember what I said with Jupiter in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus. Remember, you're having that breakthrough this week. 8th house, transformation, death and rebirth. You're definitely going through a new cycle, but one that's going to bring you a lot more abundance. The King of Pentacles is the one of only 2 people in all of tarot that holds that golden scepter, okay? It's basically like anything he touches turns to gold. You see all that abundance around him, right? When I say he's the richest king, he is the richest king. We're talking money and wealth here. If you're not here for money, if you're not here for money at all, or a career, which a lot of y'all may be because of, the new moon in Cancer that we just had in your 10th house of career. So you're feeling some shifts there or changes or activity there. Even if not career, public, just being recognized for your honors or being honored for something, achievements, or just being recognized for being how amazing you are. But even still, look at that. Look at all that harvest. Look at that. Look at his hand on top of the pentacle. All right. Owning his money, owning his wealth. Look at his outfit. Look at his, come on. Look at what he's wearing. He didn't get that at Target. That was handmade. When I say he's rich. Okay. Now, again, this is wealth in all areas of your life too, okay? Wealth in family, wealth in relationships, wealth in knowledge. Just, you're good. This is in the root of your spread. Now, look, temperance in your future. Libra, you're amazing. You're good. You're good. Okay, if you're good. I don't even know what to say here. You got a Page of Cups, King of Cups. You got 2 kings. You got 2 archangels. Even though judgment came in challenge area, that really is just like the breakthrough area. Have that spiritual awakening, okay? Have that spiritual awakening this week. Everything's lined up for you to have it. I don't think it's going to be, I think it's just going to like organically happen, but just be aware, all right? And again, you're already going to be a lot more intuitive this week. Now, with temperance in your future, you're good. You're good, all right? You have absolutely nothing to worry about, okay? This is, the temperance, in the back in the day was known as the alchemist. All right. Temperance is, if you go back to the etymological root of temperance, temporare, it meant to mix. You can see mixing between the 2 cups here. So it's almost like find that balance. This card is all about balance, right? Finding that balance in your life. What do you need, spending too much time on? What do you need to spend more time on? Find that balance, okay? Even within mind, body, spirit, okay? That's a cycle within itself, all right? So keep that in mind. This is really, I love this. I mean, and even speaking of like all this intuitive energy that's happening not only astrologically for you, but also in your spread here. Look at the sun on the archangel's forehead, right on the pineal gland. Okay, so this is you're good. You're good. All right, you're good. Just it looks like that there are things happening. I don't want you to force anything. I don't want you to, I feel like I don't even need to say that to you. I'm not getting the energy. I'm getting the energy that this is going to be a week where you're just going to absorb some of these big changes that are happening in your life. Some of them may be subtle. Some may be happening behind the scenes, but you're good. You're absolutely good this week. Okay. Just get rid of that devil energy. If you haven't, it could be subconscious. Okay. It could be something like, but again, everything is lining up for you. You're good. You're good. This is this thing you are going to be patient, moving toward your dreams and your path to enlightenment and whatever finish line you're trying to reach. Because you're good. You're good. You're absolutely good. Now let's get to your stuff. I love this for you, Libra. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from y'all. If you are a subscriber also, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't be here without you. So I am truly grateful and I do appreciate it. So Libra, oh yeah, okay. Yep, we're going to go there. It's, we're going there. You got the 10 of Cups. You're good. Okay, so here's the thing. 10 of Cups, happy life, happy family, happy home, happy everything. All right? This is what you want. This is what you're seeking. This is kind of like what, like behind the scenes. The big message coming through for me, ask yourself if you are really happy. I want you to ask yourself that this week. There's a sense of, I'm getting a message that some Libras are going to be, it's going to be a big week for you. And some of y'all may be questioning that. What is going to bring me happiness? Now, I've been saying in a lot of other signs, make a list. All right. I'm a visual person. It's like I always like write things down so I can see it a lot. It makes more sense when I see things. If you need to, write a list of the things that you no longer want in your life and the things that you really want in your life. All right, I think that may help. But there is a sense of some Libras this week may be questioning, or you may already be questioning, am I happy or am I putting on a show? Okay, I want you to. You know what? I'm going to show you something here. With the 10 of Cups, you look at that. Look at the couple. They're super happy. The kids dancing, but it's almost a little theatrical, as if they are, like they're about to bow and in front. Do you know what I mean? So I want you to ask yourself, based on everything that's happening here, based on everything that's happening astrologically, you have a lot of activity in your 12th house. I want you to ask yourself, are you truly happy? And what is going to bring you that happiness? Because I feel like a lot of y'all are, but if there's a sense of you that's like not, and you're putting on this show for other people, get to the root of it. You have Mars in your 12th house. Get to the root of what it may be. Okay. Now, one of the reasons I'm harping on that is because you did get the 8 of Swords in your external factors area. So there's a part of you that's afraid to face some truth this week or something about yourself, okay? Remember, the sun is in Leo. This is all about identity. This is all about, ego. This is authenticity. You have to remember the South Node moved into your sign, your first house. So letting something go about yourself, all right? So it can be really hard for you, but it really is, you can see her feet are free. She can walk out anytime she wants. You got this, Libra. You got this. As long as you face any fears that you have to face, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. The biggest thing of all is having that that awakening, that aha moment, that wake up call this week is a big thing. And then look, you'll be fine. You gotta trust me, Libra. You gotta trust me, okay? Clarified. You got the Ace of Cups. All right, so you walk out of this prison of swords, and swords are the mental suits. So it's gonna be up here. Remember, Mars and Mercury are in your 12th house. You're gonna be up here a little bit this week, a lot of bit. I'm not gonna lie, but unroot things again. Like unrooting all those things that may be holding you back. All right, so this is very interesting, and I feel like looking at your spread, you're already working on it. Okay, so that's already good. That's what it's leading to. The Ace of Cups. This is, talk about self-love. I talked about self-love, right? You got the King of Cups in the heart of your spread. Now you got the Ace of Cups. You got the Page of Cups. You got 3 cups here, right? So. And we're not even done. You got another Cups card, and you probably see it too. But this is all about self-love, but this is also just like love overflowing. This is just very rapturous, intense pleasure and joy. Like that's going to happen once you walk out of this. You're going to be fine. And remember, aces are new beginnings. They usher in new change, new opportunities. A lot of y'all are going to be moving into these new relationships or new places in your relationship, okay? Like ascending in your relationship, all right? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. But again, for a lot of y'all, it's going to be just you having this moment of, I always say when this card comes up, it's think about the last time something happened in your life that brought you so much joy, brought you to tears. Like getting proposed to, having a child, or getting your dream job, or the day the internet went live, whatever it was, right? So that's what's happening. It's like you're moving toward that. And again, remember I said relationships is a big thing for you. I want you to see the dove on top of the cup here. All right. Now, doves are the universal symbol of peace and harmony, which is very Libra. Okay. Secondly, doves mate for life. You're good. You're good, especially if it was a relationship that you did get out of, like moving into a new one, because look, you got the Two of Cups. This is the card of, in layman's terms, it's the true love, the twin flame, the soulmate card. This is the card of love transcending time and space itself. This is, you're good. You're good. I mean, this is what you want. I'm not going to lie. This is what you want. And this can be very platonic too. And if you're not here for love, it can also be... it's a lot of self-love. All right, you do see the caduceus. Okay, I mean it's so many meanings here, but it's a lot of healing. Okay, it's this caduceus is very old alchemical symbol. It is, if you're into yoga, that driving life force from the base of your spine up to like all 7 chakras to divineness, but two becoming one. I mean, you got the card of partnerships, and you are the native ruler of the 7th house of partnerships. Like, this is amazing. I love everything that's happening here. And then you got the 8 of Cups. So this is saying that you will work your butt off to make this work. You're good. You're good. You're good. And, for a lot of y'all, again, if you're not here for love, this is also career too. It's also career, relationships, partnerships in career. Okay. Especially with the 8 of Pentacles coming in your final outcome. All right. There's so much activity happening with career, especially coming out of that new moon. The fact that, Jupiter and Uranus are in your 8th house of other people's money, other people's, so it could be like bonuses, commissions, as such, or as well. But at the end of the day, looking at all of this is more about you and where you were at, and the love that you have for yourself, like that self-love, and really raising that and embracing that. So Libra, you're amazing. You have a great spread. Just don't, there may be a moment where you do have a and you get in your head, but it's a way to empower yourself. Okay, look at that. Look what it was clarified with the Ace of Cups. You're good, Libra. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from y'all, Libra. And if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. I will see you next week when we do have that. Actually, I do your monthly forecast next week, don't I? All right, so I'll see you next week for August, which is going to be very different from July. All right, I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye, Libra.